Hello everyone. In management account unit number 1, we'll continue our third part. We were discussing about limitation of financial statements. We have already discussed about manipulation or window dressing, use of diverse procedures. See, some business enterprises resort to manipulate the information contained financial statements so as to cover up their bad or weak financial position. Thus, the analysis based on sometimes what happened that financial statements itself was manipulated. If financial statement has been manipulated, then we can easily understand that it should be misleading due to window dressing. Because if financial statement information was wrong, then uh, we cannot judge or we cannot find out anything on this was true. Use of diverse procedures. There may be more than one way of treating particular items when two different business enterprises adopt different accounting policies. It becomes very difficult to make a comparison between such enterprise. For example, depreciation can be charged under straight line method or written down value method. However, results provided by comparing the financial statement of such business enterprise would be misleading. Let's say, take an example that A company is following the straight line method for the depreciation and B company is following written down value method for depreciation. And then if we compare the fixed assets, then maybe there is a huge difference between the valuation of fixed asset. So we cannot compare two different companies or two different financial statements when they are following different methods. Even in inventory also, we can say that some companies following FIFO method and some companies following LIFO method. So use of diverse procedures is one of the biggest limitation of financial statements. Qualitative aspect ignored. The financial statement The financial statements incorporate the information which can be expressed in monetary terms. Thus, they fail to assimilate the transaction which cannot be converted into monetary terms. That means financial statement also express monetary terms. They will not in doing any effect or showing any effect of the transaction which cannot be converted into monetary terms, means which things cannot be converted into the money we cannot show in the financial statement. Example, let's an example that is marketing manager and sales manager cannot be recorded in the books of accounts. It can be easily said that employee or personnel assets will not be reflected in the financial statements. So, but it will certainly affect the functioning of the activities adversely or consequently the profits may suffer. If we say that, okay, we cannot record non-monetary things, but we all know that many times our non-monetary things are also effects on the profit and even the business. If the manager, if the personnel is not good, then it will surely affect to the business or the profit of the business. So if we do not reflect or if we do not record this on the books, we cannot get the proper or perfect idea. So here we are just looking forward for the quantitative aspect. We do not follow the qualitative aspect in the financial statements. The fourth limitation is historical. Financial statements are historical in nature as they record past events and facts. Due to continuous changes in the demand of the product, policies of the terms or government, etc., analysis based on past information does not serve any useful purpose and gives only post-mortem report. We can say that financial statement provide the past data. So sometimes when we prepare the financial statements, the atmosphere or the situation is totally changed. Even the demand will be changed. So we cannot use this for the future planning. Sometimes we can use, but many times we cannot rely on the historical data. So it is just become a postmortem report, whatever we have done the activities in the previous years. We can only show the transaction which we have already did. So this has just become a postmortem report and we cannot rely on that. Price level changes. Figures contained in financial statements do not show the effects of changes in the price level. As an example, price index in one year may differ from the price index in the other years. As a result, misleading picture may be obtained by making a comparison of figures of past year with current year figures. Price level, the index, is changing every year, right? So when we compare the figures of past year and current years, the index has already changed. We are unable to compare this very clearly. Subjectivity and personal bias. Conclusion drawn from the analysis of figures given in financial statements depend on the personal ability and knowledge of an analyst. Analyst, whatever the analyst thinks and whatever they are able to do, or how much knowledge they contain, they are the base for the analysis. For example, the term net profit may be interpreted by an analyst as net profit before tax, while another analyst may take it as net profit after tax. Maybe one analyst think that okay, net profit should be before tax, and one analyst think that okay, net profit should be after tax. So they conflict, they create conflict for valuation of any particular amount. So it is very subjective, and maybe some analysts have a personal bias, so say that personal bias reflects on the financial statement also. The last limitation is lack of regular data or information. Analysis of financial statements of a single year has limited uses. The analysis assumes importance only when compared with financial statements relating to the different years or different firms. Mainly the analysis is done for the comparison only. So it is not necessary that they will collect the regular information or regular data. Okay. Essentials of good financial statements. What are the essential of good financial statements? So first is easy to prepare. The content of the financial statement should be easily and readily available from the books of accounts of the business concern. If so, the calculation is very easy and irrelevant information cannot be recorded in the financial statement. Moreover, the size of the form of financial statement should not be abnormally too large. Means the financial statement should be very precise, and so the calculation should be very easy and relevant information. If the information is not relevant or irrelevant, information will not be recorded in the financial statement. So it is very easy to prepare the financial statements. Deposit true financial position. The information contained in the financial statement should be clear and correct so that true financial position should be disclosed in the financial statement. Moreover, all the material information should be included in the financial statement. All the materialistic things, all the valuation of the assets or debts or the liabilities are shown in the financial statement. So the financial statement is showing the financial position of the company. Understand by common man. A common man or layman does not know the accounting rules, principles, and conventions. These are necessary to understand the contents of financial statements. But the financial statement should be prepared in simple and common language and non-technical in order to understand the financial statements without any specialized training or education. See, More of the cases, investors are the common man. The common man is, there is no any necessity that the common man is knowing the accounting rules or principles. So the financial statement should be prepared in that language, that simple language that anybody can understand the situation, the financial condition or financial position of the company from the financial statement. So it is very necessary and very essential thing that it should be prepared like such a way. It should be prepared in such a way that can be understood by common man. Effective presentation. The utility of the financial statement is enhanced only through effective presentation. A simple format is used so as to understand the statements without much difficulty. Whatever you are prepared, it should be presented well. So when the financial statement is presented effectively, that will be very easy to understand, and anybody can understand without any difficulty. Easy comparison. The columns and the amount should be arranged in such a way that the figures of current year is easily compared with the previous year. Likewise, the comparison of actual result with budget ones or with the standards should also be made possible. Moreover, the format of similar companies followed so that inter-firm comparison is made possible. Usually, if you see the financial statements of any company, there are two columns of amount. In one column, the current year's data or current year's figures are stated, while in the second column, the previous year's figures were there. So it is very easy to compare our current year's situation, financial situation, with the previous year financial figures. Relevance. The prepared financial statement should achieve the objectives of the business concern. This is possible if relevant information alone included in the financial statement. The financial statement should be prepared according to the objectives of the business concern. Okay, because most of the activities is to be done for the objectives only. It should be attractive. The financial statement should be prepared in such a way that important information is underlined so that it attracts every interested parties of the financial statement. So it should be attractive. Focus on significant items. Every reader of the financial statement wants to identify the significant item. Hence, it is necessary that such facts or items should be written in bold figures or letters in different ink. It means that if we underline or we use different ink for necessary items, then it will be very significant. It will shown as a significant item. Analytical representation. The contents of the financial statements can be analyzed in different directions so that new facts of the accounting data can be highlighted. A relationship can be established in similar type of information. Moreover, logical interpretation can be carried out for analytical presentation of financial statements. Most of the time we are doing the analysis from the financial statement. So the contents of the financial statements can be analyzed in different direction. We can use anything for it. We can make cash flow statement, we can make fund flow statement, anything. So this should be highlighted. A relationship can be established in similar type of information. If the financial statements are followed by the same patterns, it should be analyzed very easily. It should be brief. There is no need of detailed information in financial statements. Only brief information is enough. The reason is that detailed information leads to difficulty to judge the financial position and performance of the business concern. It should be brief. It should not be exact. So it should be very brief. It should be precise.
Easy calculation of accounting ratio. The financial statement should be presented in such a way that required items and figures are easily obtained for calculating various accounting ratios. These ratios are used by the interested parties for proper analysis and interpretation. We all know that we have done the ratio analysis, and that ratio analysis we found so many figures from the financial statement. So financial statement should be contained the figures like that way that we can easily find out, and we can do the further calculation from that. Tools of financial statements. So let's now understand the tools of financial statement. What are the tools of financial statements? First is comparative statements. Comparative statements deal with the comparison of different items of the profit and loss account and balance sheet of two or more periods. Separate comparative statements are prepared for profit and loss account as comparative income statement for balance sheet. As a rule, any financial statements can be presented in the form of comparative statements such as comparative balance sheet, comparative profit and loss account, comparative cost of production statement, comparative statement of working capital, and so on. Means financial statements can be the comparative. Then the comparative income statement. Three important information are obtained from the comparative income statement, that is they are gross profit, operating profit, and net profit. The changes of the improvement in the profitability of the business concern is find out over a period of time. If the changes or improvement is not satisfactory, the management can find out the reason for it and some corrective action can be taken. Means we compare the income statement. Mostly it is same. The comparative balance sheet, that is totally same as comparative statements, financial statements. What we compare in balance sheet, we can compare in the balance sheet the items of equity shares, preference share, reserves, surplus, fixed asset, anything. Then the common size statement. It is very important that the to compare the statements, it should be the common size statements. A vertical presentation of financial information is followed. See, common size statement means if some company is following the vertical balance sheet and some company is following the horizontal, then it should be very difficult. Only percentage is considered for preparing common size statement. The total asset or total liabilities or sale is taken as 100 and the balance items are compared to the total assets, total liabilities or sales terms and percentage. It means when when the financial statements are separated size, it would be different. But when it is common size, it is very easy to compare. Trend analysis. Ratio of different items for various periods are find out, then compared under the analysis. The analysis of the ratios over a period of years gives an idea of whether the business concern is trending upward or downward. This analysis is otherwise called a pyramid method. We have already understood the ratio analysis. We know that how we are doing the analysis from the ratio or a average analysis. Whenever the trend ratios are calculated for a business concern, such ratios are compared with the industry average. These both trends can be presented on the graph paper also in the shape of curves. This presentation of facts in the shape of pictures makes the analysis of and comparison more comprehensive and impressive. When we are finding the ratio and we are doing the calculation, then this ratio we also compare on the industry. Industry means what? If we are having a medical shop, then if we are comparing our statement only, we should compare the whole medical industry, the ratio of whole medical industry also. Means whatever in whichever field we are, if we compare the whole industry, then it is called industry. Statement of changes in working capital and fund flow analysis. When we can make working capital statement, we make the working capital statement, and then we are making the changes statement which contains on which shows the changes in working capital. These all things we are going to study in a practical way. So this is just the theoretical idea. So we are just going through the overview of this theoretical idea. So don't worry about the depth. Then fund flow analysis. Fund flow analysis deals with sources and application of funds, from where we have got the funds and from where we invested the funds for a specific period. That is fund flow analysis. This is also our chapter, fund flow analysis and cash flow analysis. See, this is the cash flow analysis. We will have a whole chapter on cash flow statement. When we are doing analysis of our business from the cash flow statement, it is called cash flow analysis. Then ratio analysis, we have already completed the chapter practically, the ratio analysis. So we know that what is ratio analysis. Cost volume profit, CVP. Cost volume profit shows us that you have already, I think, understood about marginal costing, right? So that is showing the cost volume profit analysis among sale, fixed cost, variable cost, profit, etc. Now, analysis and interpretation. Interpretation means what? Whatever we are saying or we are making the statements, we are doing the interpretation of it. Interpretation means to talk, to conversation. How the statement is doing the conversation, that is interpretation. So objective of analysis and interpretations are first an objective is to interpret the profitability and the efficiency of various business activities with the help of profit and loss account. What we want to interpret? Profitability and efficiency, of which of which of profit and loss account. Whatever the activities we made in the profit and loss account, we will be interpret the profitability and efficiency according to that. Then next is to measure a managerial efficiency of the firm. How is the managerial efficiency? That we will see, that we will measure from the analysis and interpretation. To measure short-term and long-term solvency of the business. Solvency means what? The business is actually able to pay their debt or not. So we are measuring the short-term and long-term solvency of the business. To ascertain earning capacity in future period. What is our earning capacity in future? That we will see from the analysis and interpretation. To determine future potential of the concern. How potential the business is for future, that is also we can know from the analysis and interpretation. To measure utilization of various assets during the period, we are actually utilizing our assets on maximum level or not, that measurement we are doing from the analysis and interpretation. To compare operational efficiency of similar concerns engaged in the same industry. We will compare our efficiency with the similar, means with our competitors from the same industry, from this interpretation. Okay. Now we will see the last question of our first unit, that is procedure for analysis and interpretation. So what we have to do for the analysis and interpretation? The objective of analysis of statement have to be thought about as the techniques of analysis are to be selected on the basis of objective. First we have to be select. We have to select the objective. What we have to select? Our objective. First we have to select our objective. Then we have to select techniques. So we have to select the techniques from the object. Then the assumption, principles and practices followed in the preparation of the financial statements are to be ascertained to understand their significance. Means then we will think about the assumption, principle and practice. Then additional data and information required has to be collected. Whichever the required information we should collect it. The data collected has to be presented in a logical sequence. We will arrange it in a logical sequence. Rearranging and readjusting also allowed. The data is to be analyzed for making comparative statement, for computation of ratio and for ascertaining the average and for estimating. First we will arrange it, then we will do analysis. Then it should be analyzed. Fact gathered from analysis are to be interpreted by gathering the general state of the market and economy also. Then we will interpret that analysis. The interpreted data and information has to be presented in a suitable form. So we understood what is the basic procedure. First we select the techniques from the objectives. Then we are doing the assumption, principle and practices. Then data collection. Then we are doing data collection. Then we arrange the data in the logical sequence. Then we analyze the data and then we interpret data and then we present the data in a suitable form. So this is the procedure for analysis and interpretation. So here our first unit and first chapter is completed. You have to read this and try to understand this. If you find any difficulty, you can contact me. Thank you.